Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window and a little bit of everything weather-wise out there today. Boy, I talked all week about how great Friday's weather would be, and it is pretty nice and was pretty nice out there today, but just a few more clouds than I expected, as you can see as we look down at beautiful Lake Chelan from our McNeil Canyon Sky-Fi Tower camera, and you can see those clouds out there and the blue skies, so we did catch some sun, and temperatures warmed to near 60 degrees. But we do have more wet stuff coming our way, and that will be tomorrow. Actually, it'll move in tonight and into Saturday, but 24-hour rainfall all over central Washington, not much to speak of. We could see maybe 1/100th of an inch of rain here in the Wenatchee area, and that pretty much goes through for all of north central and eastern Washington. What we will see are some winds around our area at Wenatchee, only about 13, maybe 15 miles an hour during the day here, a little bit windier as you'd expect down in the Ellensburg and Yakima areas, and also some wind if you're traveling on I-90 towards Spokane, about 20 miles an hour there on Saturday. Things, though, will warm up as we get to next week, and we're talking temperatures maybe near 70. We'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Republican and Democratic lawmakers come together on a plan to create a new wing of the state's Employment Security Department for migrants. And Microsoft and the Chelan County PUD are teaming up to expand both clean energy and connectivity around the state. But first, we begin tonight. Traffic on Blewett Pass was disrupted for a couple of hours Thursday afternoon after a huge boulder rolled down a hillside to the edge of the roadway. Flaggers diverted traffic around the site about 11 miles north of the summit before a crew from the Washington State Department of Transportation arrived to remove the rock. Trooper John Bryant of the Washington State Patrol described the rock as bigger than a trooper's SUV. In addition, a large tree on the edge of the hillside was dangerously close to falling, so the crews removed that as well. Republican and Democratic lawmakers come together on a plan to create a new wing of the state's Employment Security Department that deals with agricultural and seasonal workforce services. The office would process and arbitrate foreign labor applications and complaints, as well as conduct field checks, training, and research. The measure comes at the request of the Employment Security Department and would require the agency's commissioner to create an advisory committee to review issues pertaining to the guest worker program. The legislation received bipartisan support in both the House and the Senate.
I love the fact that we were able to reach across both sides bicamerally and bipartisanly to have discussions to try to make this a better path. Employment Security Department has a difficult job. They went from not that many workers to all of a sudden having up to an estimated 30,000. This is a congressional program. These dollars should come from Congress. And as you heard, they're not stepping up. We're given $300,000. ESD was asking for $1.7 million just to try to do that backfill and create some sort of agency to govern to make sure that the workers are safe, the applications are processed, and all the layers.
The bill received unanimous approval in yesterday's Senate vote. Chelan County PUD and tech giant Microsoft have reached an agreement under which the PUD will sell power to Microsoft's Puget Sound campuses. In exchange, Microsoft will partner with the PUD to investigate expanding fiber and internet broadband in Chelan County. Without providing details, the PUD said the price Microsoft will pay for the power under the 5-year deal is market-based. Microsoft is looking to power its facilities with 100% carbon-free energy. Energy savings by local customers of the PUD has freed up surplus energy that makes the sale possible. The PUD and Microsoft expect the fiber build-out study to be completed within the next year. About 10 to 15% of rural areas in the county remain without fiber. Coming up next, Governor Jay Inslee and Attorney General Bob Ferguson say they'll fight President Trump's executive order reversing the 1972 Clean Water Act. A contractor for Chelan County finished replacing about 300 feet of guardrail this week on Stein Hill Road that was destroyed after a semi rolled there in March. And a Washington Elementary School fifth grader is one of 10 students statewide who will be inducted into the AAA School Safety Patrol Hall of Fame. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back. In another news, Governor Jay Inslee and Attorney General Bob Ferguson say they'll fight President Trump's executive order reversing the 1972 Clean Water Act and stripping subsequent Obama-era restrictions on waterways in Washington state. Inslee and Ferguson issued a news release outlining their objections after the president announced the order during a Wednesday news conference. Inslee called the action an assault on the right and obligation of every state to protect their waters and their communities. The governor and the attorney general pledged to challenge the administration's action in court. Meanwhile, the Federal Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, is accepting public comment on the agency's plans to reverse the Clean Water Rule in Washington state. The rules were implemented in 2015 by the Obama administration to protect water quality standards for all watersheds and wetlands in the state. Environmental groups see the rules as necessary to protect humans and fish health. Farmers view them as a violation of private property rights. A contractor for Chelan County finished replacing about 300 feet of guardrail this week on Stein Hill Road that was destroyed after a semi rolled there in March. The truck wrecked while the road was being used as a detour after a semi carrying cardboard rolled over on Highway 2 near Peshastin. Frank Gurney Incorporated of Spokane also replaced guardrail on numerous other county roads, including South Lakeshore Road near Chelan and Eniat River Road. The crews used what's called a punch truck to punch holes with a force of 2,500 pounds. The county spent about $115,000 this year replacing guardrails. Washington Elementary School fifth grader Alex Angiano is one of 10 students statewide who will be inducted in the AAA School Safety Patrol Hall of Fame this year. The students will be honored April 26th at T-Mobile Park prior to the start of a Mariners game. Patrollers are judged based on their commitment to traffic safety, citizenship, leadership skills, and contributions to school safety patrol programs. Congratulations. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Moving doesn't have to be back-breaking, stressful work. And I don't want you to make a move that way ever again.
Traditionally, you would rent a truck. You would load up your stuff. You would rent a storage unit. You would transport it. And finally, you would unload your stuff yourself. You don't have to lift a finger. We bring the mobile storage unit to you, we drop it off, then one of our trusted packers can load it for you. We come pick it up and store it securely for you. We bring it back to you. No hassle, no stress.
have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine-in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Open 7 days a week, Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine in or take it to go, our friendly staff is here to serve you. Reservations recommended for Friday night's prime rib dinner. Call for live music dates. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
I'm working today.
I've got some work to do today.
Don't forget, I've got some work for you today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Thanks.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in our community.
New beginnings feel great, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Be a job creator. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, NCWLIFE producer Caitlin Hedersheet takes us down to the Garage Door thrift store to visit with two local artists who are participating in this weekend's WenCon.
My name's Starla Newberry. I run the Garage Door thrift store here in Wenatchee, and I am a material manipulator.
I am Cherry Bartholomew, and I'm a local artist. I am an artist up in Leavenworth Art in the Park, and I do the hats and stuff for WenCon and other pop culture conventions around here, the Greater Wenatchee Toy Show and such. Last year was my first year at WenCon. I'd never done any kind of con before, but I love making costumes. And I did this one here for my son, and I did Star Wars also. I was a Twi'lek, and so I had the big long things, and we actually won in our first try, and super excited about that, and so obviously had to do it again this year.
In addition to attending this year's WenCon in her custom-made costume, Cherry says she decided to run her own booth to sell her hand-painted hats.
I thought I'd try it out, and it's kind of nerve-wracking trying to do a costume because I'm Invader Zim this year. I made my son's costume for Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm doing the booth, so I had to do about 30-some hats. They take me anywhere from 8 hours to sometimes I'll work a 16-hour day on one hat. So yeah, it's been tight.
After winning first place in the adult singles category in the first WenCon in Wenatchee, Starla says she felt validated as an artist and couldn't resist making another appearance, this year as Maleficent, and will also run her own booth selling memorabilia.
This year, I'm going back and I'm running a booth. I'm bringing all of the memorabilia, the clothes with characters on them, movies, toys, I don't know. I have like 10 totes worth of all kinds of things that I've collected over the year for WenCon specifically. I am a no-budget costumer. If I can help it, if I can not spend any money on any of the materials needed for something, that's the way I'm gonna do it. So a lot of the time, I think about what I already have that I could flip to make into something new. There's a lot of collecting things for a long period of time before I have all the pieces to finally put together a costume. I make things because I have the stuff to do it, and I think that, that would be perfect for turning it into whatever, but I really make things because people inspire me.
As Cherry puts it, WenCon helps bring the fellow nerd community together under one giant roof.
I'm so excited to see so many people involved, because when I first went, I was like, no one's gonna be here. I'm gonna be the only almost 40-year-old person in a costume, and I get there and there is a sea of people, and they're all different ages. In fact, I'd say the brunt of them were a bit older, crowd, which is exciting to me. It's like my fellow nerd community, and stuff. And there's something about, I grew up extremely shy. I mean, don't leave your house shy, you know, and to be able to put on a costume, it's like taking on a persona of someone else, something else, and you almost lose a lot of your fear and stuff like that. And so, I don't know, there's an empowerment to being in a costume. Right.
Attending an event like WenCon in costume means striking a pose or two for fellow attendees.
How do I do Maleficent? She's just kind of stoically stands there all the time. That should be fun.
My son keeps telling me I need to, because I mean, I've always watched Invader Zim, my kid watches Invader Zim and everything.
That's a real animated character.
Yeah, and I'm like, he's like, you've got to watch it and get the mannerisms, and I'm like, that ain't
just
gonna happen.
Just one pose. I only need one pose.
Yeah. I do love dressing up, though. I have since I think it's growing up your whole life. Yeah.
Yeah. Any excuse to dress up is great.
From WenCon's Artist Alley to its special guests, Cherry and Starla say those who attend should come prepared.
Going through all the booths and just looking at everybody's stuff is...
I want to buy stuff. I have a stash.
Yeah.
I have a stash. Last year and the year before, I did not come prepared. Like, $20 is not going to cut it.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get into those details, as we always do, let's take a look outside our Friday afternoon weather window. And we're seeing a little bit of everything out there, and we did see a little bit of everything this afternoon. Some showers you can see around the Lake Chelan area. This shot from our Sky-Fi tower camera up around the McNeil Canyon area. And yeah, some of these clouds have been producing some light rain showers, and that will be the rest of our late afternoon into our early evening hours as well. We did see sunshine, and we'll continue to see spotty sunshine as well. High temperature today, unofficially at 60 degrees. That's just 2 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. Started off on the nice side once again at 43 degrees. 40 is our normal low temperature. Record high 79 degrees back in 2000, and our record low temperature is 27 degrees back in 1998. We did pick up just a little bit of precip since midnight, 3/100ths of an inch, and that now gets us to 3.10 for the year as far as precipitation goes. Sun came up this morning at 6:18 and will go down tonight at 7:46. Let's take a look at that surface loop now, beginning with tonight. Increasing clouds. We will see a west breeze. We're seeing those increasing clouds now. Not bad for wind, about 5 to 10 miles an hour currently, but there is an area of low pressure just off the coast of British Columbia, and that will swing a frontal system right into north central Washington. Here we go by tomorrow. Cloudy skies. The Weather Service dropped our chance for precip from 50 to 30% for Saturday, but boy, it still looks to me like we have a pretty decent shot to see some wet stuff, especially by Saturday afternoon. Things break up a little bit then as we get into the end of our weekend on Sunday. We'll see a split flow, some showers in western Washington, also over in the eastern part of the state. Not too bad for Sunday. Monday, partly cloudy, just some isolated showers, mainly from this area of low pressure right here that will swing a few showers up our way, but really not a huge storm to worry about. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of just scattered showers. The good news is a large area of high pressure is moving our direction. Here it is by Wednesday, parked just off the coast of Washington. That will bring us mostly sunny skies on Wednesday and into Thursday, with high temperatures at first in the middle 60s, warming up to almost 70 degrees as we get into the end of next week. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune forecast. Tonight a little cooler than we've seen the past few mornings at 39 degrees. A 30% chance for rain tomorrow, folks, at least that. I think we'll see more like a 50% chance. 58 our high temperature. 57 then for both Sunday and Monday. Isolated showers, mostly cloudy, and a 40% chance for rain on Tuesday, and 63. And then look at that beautiful warm up. Mostly sunny both Wednesday and Thursday. 65 Wednesday, your high temperature Thursday near 70. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Dear Mary Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and the floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Mary Maids.
Where will you be a year from now? You could be working as a medical assistant. The Charter College Medical Assistant Certificate Program gets you work ready in 10 months. Add 5 more months to earn an associate degree. We prepare you with hands-on training and support you after graduation with job search help and interview skills. Institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, Charter has been training healthcare professionals for more than 30 years. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Friday to you. The Mariners concluded a 7-game road trip yesterday with a 10-inning, 7-6 win over the Kansas City Royals in an improbable fashion. Seattle trailed in this one 4-0 at one point, came back all the way back. They got 2 in the 6th, 1 each in the 7th and 8th, 2 more in the 9th. Daniel Vogelbach's solo home run in the 10th was the difference. It seemed throughout that Seattle's 5-game win streak would come to an end. Even in the 9th, the Mariners were down to their last strike with Mitch Haniger at the plate, but the all-star right fielder came through with a 2-run triple that tied the game to set up Vogelbach's heroics in the 10th. Mariners have now hit home runs in each of its first 15 games. That's a major league record. Seattle is also 36 homers on the season. That ties it with the 2000 St. Louis Cardinals for the most home runs in major league history in the first 15 games. D. Gordon went 3 for 4 with a home run and one of 3 Seattle triples on the afternoon on a windy day in KC. The Mariners return home from that road trip 6-1 with 6 wins in a row. They'll host the Houston Astros tonight at 7:10. Wade LeBlanc on the mound against the Astros' Wade Miley. So a battle of the Wades. Let's turn to the Les Schwab Prep Soccer scoreboard from yesterday. Kashmir blanked Okanagan 4-0 and Cascade shut out Omak 5-0 the final in that one. Fast pitch softball from the day yesterday saw Wenatchee split a twin bill with Ellensburg at Walla Walla Point Park. Panthers won the opener 9-8. Bulldogs took the nightcap 21-14. Pateras also defeated Manson 18-8. You see those bulging scores with the high wins yesterday. Well, coming up on a very busy prep schedule for the weekend, we'll first start things off in baseball. Today, Eastmont traveling to Yakima to take on Eisenhower in a doubleheader. Tomorrow's doubleheader starts at 11 o'clock with Kashmir hosting Cascade. Okanagan at Chelan. Waterville-Mansfield finally has a home game against Oroville, and Liberty Bell is at Manson. On the prep softball schedule coming up today, Eastmont's hosting Eisenhower this afternoon for 2 games at the Sterling Sports Complex. Tomorrow's doubleheaders all begin at 11 with Kashmir hosting Cascade. Chelan's at Okanagan. Waterville-Mansfield plays host to Oroville, and Liberty Bells at Manson. Big 9 soccer teams play today with the Caribou Trail League featured on Saturday. Tonight it's Wenatchee at West Valley. That's at 7 o'clock. Also Eastmont hosting Moses Lake at 7. We'll have the Wildcats and Chiefs live here on the NCWLIFE channel. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen with a call starting at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, Kashmir hosts Manson at 11. At 1 o'clock, Brewster kicks off at Cascade while Chelan's at Granger. Boys lacrosse, well, there's supposed to be a game tonight in the Apple Bowl, but it's been ruled a forfeit in favor of Wenatchee. So officially, Hanford couldn't field a team, so it goes down as a 1-0 win for the Thunder. Now, Wenatchee Valley will host a very tough game tomorrow night at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl against Gonzaga Prep. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Well, if you ever wanted to see an amazing track and field event, this is your chance coming up tomorrow. Edgar Brown Stadium in Pasco, the site for the 40-team Pasco Invitational. This event rivals the state championship for the amount and caliber of track teams from throughout the Northwest competing, including Eastmont and Wenatchee. All gets underway tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And not to be overshadowed, for the smaller schools, Cashmere hosts annual track invitational tomorrow. Cascade, Chelan, Quincy, and 7 other teams participating. Extravaganza gets underway at noon. Well, busy couple of days on the tennis courts throughout North Central Washington and Eastern Washington. Wenatchee's on the road at Big 9 for a big event today and tomorrow. Also today, Chelan hosts Tonasket, while Aniat travels to Pateros. Coming up tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, it's Cashmere hosting Royal. Well, spring has sprung, and that means it's time to another season at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval, featuring racing this weekend at the Spring Sizzler at WVSO will be the Pro Late Models, Roadrunners, Thunder Cars, and Northwest Mini Stock Tour. Kickoff of another season of racing at WVSO gets underway tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Also this weekend, the UAAA Softball Association is having its kickoff tournaments. The men will play at Walla Walla Point Park tomorrow and Sunday. The women will take over Kirby Billingsley Hydro Park. That'll be Saturday and Sunday as well. Finally, here's what's on tap for the NCWLIFE channel in sports this weekend. As we mentioned, it begins tonight with high school soccer. Eastmont hosting Moses Lake at 7. Tomorrow it's a baseball doubleheader with Wenatchee hosting West Valley. The first game at 2, the second game at 7 o'clock. Then on Sunday, boys soccer at 2 o'clock, Wenatchee and Moses Lake. That'll be followed at 7 by Eastmont and Sunnyside baseball. I'm going to rest the voice for the weekend. Hopefully I have more than a squeal coming up on Monday. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And as we leave you tonight, here's some of the events going on around the valley this weekend.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The Literacy Council Spelling Bee fundraiser is this Friday at 5:30 p.m. at Pybus Public Market. Participate in a dinner, auction, and team spelling competition to support free English as a second language classes for adults through the Literacy Council of Chelan and Douglas counties. Each table of 8 adults teams up in a spelling competition against other tables. Register a full table or come on your own and join one that night. This Saturday and Sunday is the Gold Treasure and More Show at the Chelan County Expo Center in Cashmere. There will be over 50 vendors with products ranging from prospecting supplies, jewelry, silver and gold coins to fudge, rocks, and blacksmith products. There is something for everyone at this show. Each day has a metal detecting hunt for big prizes at 10 a.m. and there will be a haystack hunt for kids ages 2 to 10 at 11 a.m. each day. Food will be available and there will be hourly door and gold raffles. Cost is $5 and free for ages 12 and under. Also at the fairgrounds in Cashmere this weekend is the Spring Opener Car and Motorcycle Show and Automotive Swap Meet this Saturday from 10 to 4. All makes and models are welcome. This is a family-friendly event with games, prizes, awards, food, music, and more. There will be a pet food charity drive benefiting the local animal shelter and cat dog rescues. A donation of cat and dog food would be greatly appreciated at the show. The cost is $15 per vehicle or swap meet space for participants. Space is limited, so please pre-register to guarantee your space. Admission is free for spectators. WenCon is this Saturday from 10 to 6 at the Town Toyota Center. WenCon is Wenatchee's pop culture convention with guest stars, vendors, artists, games, panel discussions, prizes, cosplay, and many, many other activities. And finally, the Chelan County Canine Program will be having a fundraiser, Canines and Wines, this Saturday from 2 to 5 in the local Event Center at Pybus Public Market. The public will have a chance to meet and interact with their outstanding dogs and team. There will be a raffle and silent auction and wine from local wineries. This fundraiser is to raise the money it costs to purchase a new police canine. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
NCW Life Channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life Channel is your local TV station.
Do you have a fun or interesting video you'd like to see featured here on the NCW Life Channel? It's easy. All you have to do is send us an email at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.